Parker is fighting problems of his own. The only ground he can sluice is frozen solid or skyrocketing.
We're in the red and we need gold.
The Klondike was supposed to finally calm down after season 15 wrapped, but that didn't happen. Everything blew up the moment Parker called his crew together. Not for a meeting, not for a celebration, but for something far more tense: their long overdue paychecks. The room went dead silent. No engines running, no yelling, just pure tension. One person opened their envelope and their jaw dropped. Another opened theirs and nearly walked out. Then someone unfolded a paycheck so shocking, the entire crew froze. Some thought Parker had completely lost it. Others thought they were being pranked, and one member just stared, unable to believe the number in front of them. But it was real, and it changed everything inside Parker's camp. Before we dive into the chaos behind those season 15 checks, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on. You won't want to miss what's coming next, because when millions still aren't enough, the gloves come off. Season 15 was supposed to be Parker Schnabel's victory lap. The young star of the Yukon set a massive goal: 10,000 ounces of gold. To put that into perspective, that's over 600 pounds of pure gold, worth nearly $30 million. A goal big enough to cement someone as a legend. But the Yukon rarely cooperates. Right from the start, everything went wrong. The weather turned brutal. The permafrost was as hard as concrete, and the multi-million-dollar equipment seemed to break down if anyone so much as breathed on it. The pressure was intense. Parker, famous for his no-nonsense drive, pushed his crew harder than ever. 16-hour shifts, 7 days a week, for months. This wasn't a job, it was a grinding, soul-crushing marathon. Most people complain about an 8-hour shift. These guys were out there in freezing mud for double that, with no weekends. The dream of hitting 10,000 ounces quickly deteriorated into a nightmare, and Parker had to make a tough call: lower the goal to a more realistic 8,000 ounces. But even then, the struggle didn't ease up. Every day was a fight. A single breakdown on a wash plant like Big Red or Slucifer could cost them tens of thousands of dollars. The crew was exhausted, physically and mentally drained. They gave everything they had, but the gold simply wasn't coming fast enough. By the final weigh-in, the result felt like a punch to the gut: 6,837 ounces. Yes, that's a mountain of gold worth about $18.3 million. Most people would see that as a massive win. But for a team chasing an even bigger goal, it felt like a loss. For the first time in 14 years, Parker Schnabel set a target and didn't hit it. One look at the crew's faces said it all. They were worn out. What they didn't realize was that Payday was about to flip this failure into one of the biggest wins of their careers. The gold total was only half the story. The checks coming from Hell's Acre told the rest. So what does Payday really look like after a season this brutal? Let's talk numbers. A brand new miner on Parker's crew, someone starting with zero experience, earns around $28 an hour. That already sounds solid, especially for a tough blue-collar job. But here's where it gets wild. Parker's crew works close to 75 hours a week. Do the math, and that rookie is pulling in roughly $2,590 a week before taxes. Over a typical 6-month season, that new hire can walk away with around $65,000, and that's before bonuses. And that's just the starting point. Things look very different for the veterans. Mid-level crew members, the ones who've stuck around for multiple seasons, make closer to $34 an hour. The real money, though, goes to the specialists, the heavy equipment operators, mechanics, and foremen. These seasoned experts can pull in anywhere from $80,000 to $100,000 in a single season. And the true top performers, the ones who seem to have a sixth sense for finding gold, can make up to $150,000 in just 6 months. Think about that. They earn what most people make in a year and a half, compressed into half the time. The pay is incredible, but they earn every dollar. And the benefits don't end there. Parker provides free housing and meals for the entire crew all season long. In a remote place like the Yukon, That perk alone saves workers thousands upon thousands of dollars. It's a full package. Back-breaking hours rewarded with big paychecks and almost no living expenses. The exhaustion is real, but so is the financial payoff. Brotherhood, bonuses, and brutal honesty. Let's be honest, nobody survives 16-hour days in the freezing Yukon just for an hourly wage. Something deeper drives these workers back year after year. It starts with one of Parker's smartest strategies, his performance-based bonus system. Parker understands people. He knows that if he wants his crew to work at a relentless pace, they need motivation beyond a paycheck. So he ties their bonuses directly to the amount of gold recovered. More gold means bigger bonuses, and that transforms the job into a shared mission. Every ounce in that sluice box is money in their pockets, but not everyone benefits equally. There's a clear divide. Jobs like night shift truck drivers or entry-level laborers don't get bonuses, since their roles aren't viewed as directly contributing to the final gold total. It's a harsh reality, an internal ladder where some crew members can strike it rich while others rely entirely on base pay. Even so, Parker has built a system that inspires loyalty in everyone, from rookies to veterans. He's known for being blunt, honest, and fair. No secrets, no games. If someone isn't happy, they're free to walk away. But if they stick around, Parker makes sure they're taken care of. And here's where the real genius of his operation comes to light: the benefits few people talk about. Feeding and housing an entire crew in one of the harshest, most remote environments on Earth is incredibly expensive. And Parker covers it all. But it's about more than just saving his workers money. It builds a sense of family. When you live, work, and slog through mud together for half a year, you forge bonds stronger than any contract. That sense of community, this brotherhood born from frozen dirt and endless grind, is what keeps morale alive when machinery breaks down and the gold stops showing up. It's the invisible glue holding the operation together. This is why so many crew members return season after season. The money gets them there, but the respect and camaraderie make them stay. And the mining salaries? They're only part of the story. Here's the twist that changes everything. The gold they pull from the ground isn't their only income stream. The real financial giant behind all of this is the TV show itself, Gold Rush. Being part of one of Discovery Channel's top shows pays amounts that make the mining wages look small in comparison. It's the jaw-dropping truth most viewers never consider. Let's break it down. The mine bosses, Parker Schnabel, Tony Beets, Rick Ness, are estimated to earn between $25,000 and $30,000 per episode. With a typical season running around 20 episodes, that means Parker could earn more than $500,000 just from the show. And it's not only the bosses cashing in. The regular on-screen crew members, the ones running excavators, weighing gold, and getting their hands filthy, can earn around $10,000 per episode. Over the course of a season, that means a single crew member could make between $200,000 and $600,000 from TV earnings alone. And that's on top of their mining income. It sounds unreal, but it's true. Of course, not everyone on the show earns the same amount. Longtime cast members like Parker get the biggest paychecks, while newer faces have to prove their worth before they can negotiate higher salaries. That's just how the entertainment industry works. Once you understand this hidden revenue stream, the entire show looks different. The pressure to find gold is still very real. That's what makes the story compelling, but the financial cushion from the TV money changes everything. It explains how Parker can take massive risks, like his $15 million Dominion Creek gamble. They're not only chasing gold, they're chasing the drama that keeps viewers hooked. And for the network, that drama is priceless. Parker Schnabel. More than a miner, practically the CEO of gold. When you step back and look at Parker Schnabel's rise, it borders on unbelievable. He wasn't just the grandson of a legendary miner. He was a teenager who took a family legacy and transformed it into a gold-powered empire. But when did he officially become the mining powerhouse we know today? Many point to Season 9. That was the year he didn't just meet expectations, he obliterated them. He pulled over 7,400 ounces of gold from the ground. That haul alone was worth more than $8 million. After that moment, Parker never looked back, and it wasn't some one-time lightning strike. The very next season, his operation brought in over $10 million. Even more impressive? When the world shut down during the global lockdown, Parker's crew didn't slow down. They thrived. They mined roughly 7,500 ounces, about $14 million worth of gold. These numbers are staggering. But that leads to the real question. How much does Parker himself actually make? Estimates suggest that from mining alone, Parker personally takes home somewhere between $600,000 and $1 million per season. But that's just one piece of a much bigger financial machine. Add his huge TV salary, plus all the extra income streams, sponsorships, merchandise, royalties, paid appearances, and you start to see the full picture. Parker Schnabel's net worth is estimated to exceed $10 million, a fortune he built before even hitting 30. But is it real? Do they actually earn that much? You might wonder, can these crews truly make this kind of money? Can someone as young as Parker really run a multi-million-dollar operation and walk away a millionaire year after year? With numbers this big, it's easy to imagine the path was simple. But stopping there ignores the biggest truth: the risk. Every single dollar of the operation relies on Parker. The fuel, the multi-million-dollar equipment, constant repairs, land leases, the massive payroll, it all comes out of his pocket first. If they have a terrible season, the crew still gets paid. It's Parker who shoulders the hit. That loyalty you see on screen isn't just about money. It comes from deep respect for the guy who risks everything season after season and still finds a way to win. It's a high-stakes gamble where the potential rewards match the danger. The crew walks away well paid even in a tough year. But now that you know about the enormous TV salaries, does it change how you view their hunt for gold?